Hi, this is Travis from Gateway to Airguns, and I'm here with Larry from
Airguns of Arizona.
And today we have the LCS AirArms SK19 in 25 caliber. We're gonna put this baby through its paces, and Larry is gonna explain some of the features, and we're gonna first probably do a little chronograph work with it and use the power wheel to mess with the velocity settings on this. So, Rick, could I get you to power up the chronograph for me?
Yeah, can I ask a question?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
off camera, guys. So, hi everybody. Where did this? Who makes this gun? Where did it come from? You know, what's its origin?
Great questions.
Why do you guys like it so much? I know why you like it so much, Travis.
I love it.
It is awesome.
Defer to you.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess people are going to want to know, generally speaking, you know, there's so many different rail-y sort of AK-ish sort of guns.
Certainly.
What makes this sort of unique in the industry, and sort of where it come from?
Right, and well, the origin of the gun, I'm not certain where the origin of the gun is. Are you, Larry?
No.
And so neither one of us know the actual origin. But I can certainly tell you the features of the gun and what makes it outstanding, why it performs well, and why it's so different than a lot of air rifles that are on the market today. One is it is both semi-auto and full auto. And you load it with a fixed magazine and it shoots directly out of the magazine. A lot of the gun itself is made out of really high quality parts. The magazine is pure titanium, so is the fill adapter, as is the Foster fitting, as is the release for the magazine. The barrel is stainless steel. It's an LW Lothar Walther barrel. This one in 25 cal. It's shrouded and has a moderator. It is regulated and has an externally adjustable regulator. So we can adjust the regulator pressure, which is right here in this gauge right here. This is our reg setting and this is our fill gauge. So we can adjust the reg pressure, but what really makes this gun outstanding, other than the semi-auto feature and the full auto feature, is the ability to adjust the power on the fly. And its adjustment it has a wide span.
Right. Seldom do you need to adjust the regulator.
Right.
If we ever get one back that's not functioning, it's normally someone who has played with the regulator and the power adjust. So
Yeah.
stick to the power adjust.
Yeah, you can adjust it a mile up and down with the power adjuster.
You can.
And you can go with, you know, like this gun today, we're using the 25.4s, but if we went to the 34 grain pellets, it would just be a simple couple clicks on the power wheel and we're right there without even touching the regulator setting, just like you said.
Right.
I've only adjusted my regulator one time ever. So like Larry said, probably just leave it alone unless you're doing some fancy slug shooting or something like that where you need to bump it a hair. I actually lowered mine, but it shoots fantastic.
Yeah. It's definitely hunting accurate.
For sure.
In any case.
In any sense.
And a lot of them, you could actually shoot 100-yard bench rest with it.
Yeah,
they're just that good.
Yeah, last night we had the 100-yard target up out there, and it's a 1-inch target.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were banging that thing like crazy with it.
1-inch quadrant target at 100 yards.
Yeah, we're hitting that, you know, fairly regularly. So it's not just your average semi-auto gun that just wastes a lot of bullets. It's extremely accurate.
And it is powerful as well.
Yeah, it is.
So,
it certainly is. I know in mine, I've had it up to 80 foot-pounds. So,
yeah.
So, and that's without
easily attainable.
Yeah, without adjusting the regulator and bumping up the reg pressure.
And it's also available in 22 caliber and 30 caliber.
Yes,
and the 30 caliber is really cranking it out there.
Yeah, yeah.
But we have the 25 today.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on that 30. So what we're going to do is, on the bottom of this gun, right here is the power wheel. This is what you adjust. It has clicks. You can feel them, and it's audible. And there's a lot of clicks. I think there's, geez, what, 40, 50 clicks? There's a lot
more
of clicks.
Than some people need.
Yeah.
They get it so low that the magazine
won't rotate, yeah. So, yeah, you can, like I said, on the fly, grab that power wheel, adjust it where you want it, and you're ready to go. So what you really need is a chronograph to start out with. So Rick, let's get back to that chronograph. We'll turn it on. I'm going to shoot this gun over the chronograph and then
We're on
adjust.
safe?
We are on. We have both safeties on. This.
All right.
By the way, this gun has 2 safeties, and really the reason why it has 2 safeties is because it's live all the time. It's always loaded and it's always indexed, ready to shoot. So it has 2 safeties, one back here for the firing mechanism in the breech, and one for the trigger up here. So it's an amazingly safe gun and well thought out. It's fairly light too.
It's not very heavy. Another feature is that you can buy 580cc bottles for it.
Mm-hmm.
And we sell a couple of manifolds where you can actually put 2 bottles on there.
Right, for your
So,
bench rest guys.
For the bench rest guys,
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it for carrying it around
No,
in the field.
no,
but,
no.
Hey, if you've got somebody else to carry your gun, you're all set.
you're dialed in.
Yeah.
You all
So
set?
yeah, sure.
All right,
Thanks,
I'm gonna
Rick.
let you get to this. I am going to shoot this gun, guys. They're not going to have all the fun today.
I think there's a line out there
There's
of
a line
people who want to shoot the gun. All right, so let me go ahead and get over the
Now I have
chronograph.
audio. All right, here we go. You guys ready?
Yep. And we are live, ready to fire. And we're not shooting at any target right now. We're just going to play with the power wheel. Okay. Let's make sure we're lined up here.
$1,036.
1,036 feet per second. That's with a 25 grain JSB pellet. So for me, that's a little hot. It's a little hot. We're up at elevation here, about 4,600 feet. So Larry came from what, 1,500?
1,500.
Yeah, so this is a case where, once again, you need to drop the speed down. So I'd like to see it probably in the 940s, somewhere around in there for good accuracy. This,
980,
yeah,
a little better.
yeah. This gun
Like
likes to
keep
shoot.
it under 1,000,
Yeah.
1,000 or a little under.
Yeah, it likes to shoot hot. That's what I
It
found.
does.
Yeah.
It prefers to be shot a little hotter.
Yeah, it doesn't like to shoot real slow. So it's better, you know, to use the ammo and get it up in the high 9s in this gun. That's what I've found.
Yep.
So pick the ammo you want to use to get it there. So we'll go ahead and adjust the power wheel. I'm going to go 3 clicks because there's so many clicks. We'll take another shot, and sometimes it'll make very little change and sometimes a lot depending on where you're at in the power wheel.
1,040.
I like it went the wrong way.
Yep. Well, that's a good thing. You can go
Yeah.
both ways on the wheel.
Yep.
No big deal.
We'll let it sit here and refresh.
1,013.
There we go. So we'll go 3 more clicks. And it's very audible, and you can feel it too. It's got a good click to it, you know. It's
Right.
very positive.
I can hear it, and I'm hard of hearing.
Yeah,
And one thing I would
979.
perfect.
recommend shooting more than just one shot through the chronograph after you adjust it, because your regulator's adjusting,
Yeah.
tank pressures, all of that, just to make sure it's going to hold and stay at the level you want it at.
Right.
So try another one. Let's see. That one's
Right.
977.
there. We go. So
Perfect.
79 now 77. So it's going to hold right there.
Yeah, it has a very large plenum, by the way, and that's the plenum is the area that has the regulated pressure in it. So that's what allows it to shoot well and semi-auto quickly. If it didn't have a large plenum, you'd see a rapid decrease in shot speed. But this gun has a very large plenum, has good capacity in the bottle. This is 480.
That's a 480. Like I say, you can put a 580 on there,
Mm-hmm.
or you can put the manifold on there if you're shooting bench
And
rest,
2 580s.
and put 2 580s on.
Yeah, it's great. And they also have a adjustable butt stock. That's an aftermarket product.
Right.
Yeah, that I plan on getting one.
And-
I just saw it in your
Yeah.
catalog.
Unfortunately, right now, we sell so many of these.
Yeah.
You can make a deposit with Airguns of Arizona, and it puts you in line, and we take the
first
person
one.
on the bottom goes first because they were the first one to place their order.
Sure.
And same way with the accessories.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So So what you want to do is, if you want this gun, get your name on there quick, because you're just getting further and further down the list the longer you wait.
And if you do place your order and you decide that, hey, my water softener went out or my water heater went out,
Truck
we'll
training.
call you when it comes in. And if you have to cancel your order, you just have to cancel your order. We refund the money.
100% of it?
100% of it.
That's awesome.
But most people will make sacrifices and eat beans to get the gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I would do that.
well, I was thinking of you.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm so skinny.
Are you done with Crony?
No, what I'm going to do, Rick, is actually I'm going to drop it down some more and then bring it back up to my 980 threshold that I'm looking for. So let me go ahead and dial her down. Let's get her down to about 900. So I'm going to go about 4 clicks and see where we're at.
960.
And we'll do it again because we still have the regulator pressure on the plenum to evacuate to get it down. And it might,
963.
and it might take a couple shots to do that.
959.
Okay, so we got to go a little bit more. We'll go a little. It's got a lot of clicks, so that's the nice thing about that is you can really dial it into the speed you want.
Right. You just don't want to get it too low because that air pressure also cycles the magazine.
That's right.
And you're going to have to come up if that happens.
And it'll be obvious.
915.
There we go. So we're right about where I would plink with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right around 900 is where I'd plink with the gun. But like we said, it likes to shoot fast.
So we started at over 1,000 feet per second.
Yeah.
And very easily dropped it down to about 900.
On the fly. And here's what I do, Larry. I have my settings set, and I got a little line on mine with a marker pen, so I know how many clicks to go back to get it to where I want to plink and where I want to go shoot it.
Right.
So it's really just a wonderfully thought out gun with all of its features. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and put her back up, the power wheel.
You just have to remember how many clicks
How many clicks you have, yeah.
959.
And look I'm doing this without cycling a bolt, without cycling a side lever.
Right.
It's just doing it all by itself. That sounded
981.
boom. So, and like Larry mentioned earlier, you want to let it set, take another shot to verify your speed. So we'll sit here and wait a couple seconds, take another shot.
983.
Okay.
All right,
So-
we're all set.
Now we're all set. So let's go back over some of the features. It's got a 2-stage trigger. I don't think we mentioned that earlier.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, so it's got a
And it's adjustable. You can move it up and down, and you can can it.
yeah.
So that when you wrap your finger around, it's lined up with the pad of your finger to
Right.
get the best trigger break.
Yeah, yeah, it's really well thought out. I mean, the
Yes.
gun, they spent a lot of time thinking this gun out really well. It has a nice long rail on the bottom, so you can put your bipod or accessory and a bipod. It's got a nice long rail on the top. All of the material used in this gun is very high end. All titanium, all stainless steel, all alloy. I wouldn't be afraid to take this gun out in the field.
Oh no, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
We have a lot of pesting companies that buy this
perfect
gun.
for that.
And I've seen lights on the bottom rail. I've also seen lasers. You know, when you get in really close,
Right. the
your scope's
scope
not
is-
going to work,
Correct.
but a laser will.
Yeah. What a great, I mean, it would be a great pesting gun. Absolutely
Yes.
great.
Well, guys, you done with the Crony?
We sure are, Rick. Thank you, sir.
All right, we'll go ahead and save
Shut
the
that
battery.
off. Yeah, we'll
And
shut
you're
that.
gonna do some target shooting now, guys?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and I'll fill the magazine. I'll show everyone how that's done, and then we'll start popping some targets out. Hey, you know what? Before I shoot some targets, I'll do a full mag dump on one of the gongs out there.
Okay, which one you want? What I'll do is I'll get the other camera set up. And get on that
Let's
gong.
go to the 50-yard gong.
Okay.
And then I'll just load the magazine up, and then I'll just set it on there and pull the trigger and let her go.
All right, we'll do that. So I'll go ahead and shut the
We on
chronograph.
safe?
We'll go on safe right now,
Get you safe there.
and two
All set.
safeties.
All right, good enough. All right, let me get this
All right.
cleared out.
And we didn't really cover how you go about loading this, so we'll do that now.
Yeah, and it's really simple. I'll have to turn the gun a little towards.
That is one of the things when I first saw this gun that I said that we could improve on.
Okay, Travis, we're going to spin it around some more so Cheryl gets an angle on it.
Yeah.
Right there.
There you go.
Perfect. Okay. Let me put
It
my
needs a
glasses
bigger magazine. When you start shooting full auto,
on. Oh, it's over quick, isn't it?
you grin about halfway through it and don't get to a full grin and it's empty.
Yeah.
And I think they're working on that.
That would be amazing.
They're working
I mean,
on
it already
doing
has what, 18 or 19 shots?
19 shots.
19 shots.
Yeah.
So,
Guys, we have a question.
yeah.
Was there a shot count per fill shared if we were set at 920 FPS?
Okay, so, yeah, me and Larry were going over this earlier. It depends where the regulator's set and where the power wheel's set. But from my personal experience, at about 920, you're going to get roughly 80 shots. And that's dependent on weather and some other things too, but that's about where you're going to get. Now, as you crank the power up, of course, your shot count goes down. Any other questions, dear?
Someone has an Umarex Origin on back order. Should they wait to see the new Airguns that are on the way, or go ahead and get the Origin?
Well, we'll get to that
We'll
during the
defer
origin.
that to Umarex.
Yeah. We'll get
We
we'll get there later.
We have Umarex coming up a little bit later today. Maybe I can field some of those questions.
Okay, so to load this magazine, are we over here on Cheryl now? Okay, so to load this magazine, it's pretty simple. You have this release lever, you lift it up, all the way up, and that releases the mechanism for the magazine to allow you to rotate it.
And let me add a word of caution from experience. This lever goes down. Never take it up. If you do that, you're going to have to take part of the gun apart to get it back down. Otherwise, you'll break the handle on it. So, from experience, always remember, down with everything on loading.
Okay, and then we're gonna pull open the mag cover. It's magnetic. Can you see that? Can you see this side, Cheryl? All right, let me go ahead and turn it a little bit more. Okay, so it's simple. You just simply put them in the mag. And I like to carry a little golf tee with me, with mine, and I just push them in further. I just seat them in. Here we don't really have to do that. We'll just rotate it. And the reason I'm closing it is we're angled down right now and I don't want the pellets to fall out when I'm rotating it. Normally I'd have this tilted up and loading it. Okay, pretty simple system here. But Larry's right, when you're going full auto with this, you wish it had a 50-round magazine.
I've never seen anyone shoot this gun for the first time and not just turn around and smile.
Oh, it just makes you, it just does. It just makes you
It is
smile.
fun. If you like to shoot, it's fun.
And here's another word of warning. Make absolutely sure you push the release lever down. If you shoot the gun with that lever up, there's a good chance you're going to break something in this inside here. So make sure the release lever is down when you're done and the magnetic cover is closed. Okay, so we're going to turn her around here. We're going to get a camera on the gong. We're going to go full auto and just dump it in there just for fun.
And you'll get to see us reload this several times. So if you miss something the first time, he's going to empty it out and reload again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this will be an ongoing procedure, that's for sure. All right, Rick, you out there on the gong? All right, let me find her.
One of the fun things of doing this stuff live, you get to see all the technical difficulties.
Yeah. And you know, no one's ever done this live before, a full review. Okay, we're right there now.
That's going to be what I can get you.
Okay, so I'm got, you know, and it's not an accuracy thing, it's just more of a fun thing.
By the way, guys, just so you guys understand the technical stuff we got, you maybe flip that camera around and show me here, Cheryl, so I can. I miss being in front of the camera. I guess that's.
We'll
the
get
key.
you over here, buddy.
Oh, it's Joe.
Joe, give him some love.
We're doing.
Give him some
is
loving.
We've got a Hawk spotting scope, and they have adapters that let you run your DSLR directly into the spotting scope like your lens, but it is all manual focus, so a little bit tricky. And yeah, anyway, so we've got it. I think we're good to go.
Okay.
I was wondering why the other target was so far away, and realized I had focused on the 100-yard target.
Ah.
But now we're on the 50.
Okay.
And I think you can rip it.
Okay, so now we got, once again, I'm going to mention we have 2 safeties, and we have 3 settings back here on the back of this gun. We got safe, which is all the way rearward. We got semi-auto, which is straight up, and then we got full auto, or fun position, straight forward. So now this is live, and then we have our trigger safety, and it'll be facing down towards the trigger in the fire position. Now we're totally live.
Just like an AR.
Just like an AR.
Yes.
Yep, so basically what we're gonna do here is I'm just gonna sight it in, hold her as still as I can as she cycles through the whole magazine, which won't take very long. Are we ready? I've done it 1,000 times and it still makes me laugh every time I do it.
It does.
You got a picture of that gong?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it lit that
It
gong
turned
up.
sideways a little bit there, so
Yeah.
you missed a couple, but
Yeah.
when it swung back, it was right there.
Yeah, it was tearing that thing up. I could watch it the whole time. And you know, the nice thing, Larry, too, is because there's no hammer beating on this thing, I could watch the
Right.
whole thing in full auto even through the scope.
It climbs a little bit.
Yeah, it'll climb a
I
hair.
think you need to do it again.
Okay.
And this time what we'll do is I'm going to just stay zoomed in on the gong.
Okay.
We've got it tight, nice.
Hey, do you want me to go to the closer gong?
No. I got it now in tack sharp focus, and we're going to do
Okay.
that again. Guys, so you know,
Safe. Safe.
this is completely unrehearsed,
Yeah, this is
Live.
live. We're live.
having fun with air guns, because
Yeah.
that is what air guns are supposed to be, fun.
That's it.
So we're doing it. That's what we're doing here.
So just reminders, lever over here to release the magazine so it can rotate, comes up, never down. Then flip up your magazine cover over here, magnetic magazine cover, and start loading.
Yep.
You can load about 4, sometimes 5 pellets if you can hold the spring. It's pretty stiff,
Yeah.
so.
It's not
And
hard to turn.
There actually is an application in pesting that they use full auto, and that's on, you know, if you've got a larger pest, like a
Raccoonish?
coyote or a raccoon,
Yeah.
you know, they'll shoot short bursts. The good thing is if for some reason they don't neutralize the pest, they've got another shot right there. They don't have to cycle a bolt. They don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Just aim and pull the
Amazing.
trigger again.
I tell you, Larry, I've had this gun out in the woods, and you know how fast a tree squirrel can move.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that guy's running. I go ahead and I put the lever back down again, and take a shot. I might miss him, or I might hit him in the rear hindquarters, and I need to get him another one real quick, and it's there instantly. There's no pulling the bolt back, trying to find out why he's running, and putting the bolt back in. It's right there all the time. So bam, bam.
And if you're hunting for meat, you know, something to eat, and you're trying to take headshots, unless of course you like the brains, why you've got that second
use some of
follow-up
those.
if you do miss the head. So
Yeah.
my aunt likes squirrel brains, so that's why I mentioned that.
Okay.
I'm sure there are other people out there that are the same as she is.
Okay. So we're
before
gonna.
before you go live, let me know, because we're going to switch back over to the gong.
Okay, go ahead and go back to the gong. And get this back on the gong here. All right, I'm going to actually put it on the left side of the gong this time so it doesn't swing so bad. All right, and we're going to take both safeties off, semi, up, and then full auto all the way forward, and trigger safety down. Now we're totally live. The gun's ready to fire. Are you ready? Here we go again. You ready? That was a short burst. Fun. Fun.
He owns one and he's still smiling.
I know, and I've had it for over a year, and I just, every time I shoot the thing, I go, God. And you know, the engineers who really came up with this really thought outside of the box. It's
Yes.
not like anything that's out there. It's completely different. And there are two types of semi-autos, by the way. There's what we call an open bolt semi-auto, and then an open magazine. This is an open magazine. And it doesn't use a hammer or a spring. It's all air actuated. An open bolt system uses a hammer and a spring, and it actuates the hammer and it actuates the pellet probe at the same time. So there's a lot of reciprocating mass. This doesn't have that.
Right.
It's so smooth, especially in semi-auto. It's eerily smooth. You know,
Right.
all you get is the air release sound, and that's it. You don't get any motion, any reciprocation. It's
Right. And there are no O-rings involved. It's all clearance fit.
yeah, it's all
So the barrel comes up, you know, within a few thousandths of the magazine, and the magazine is fed through the plenum from the back, and it has close clearance as well.
Yeah,
No O-rings to wear out, anything like that.
yeah. It's an amazing system, and it's incredible that they fit all that in that tiny little square right here.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, this is the whole action of the gun right here.
All right, guys, you're geeking out now.
Oh, okay.
We need the rest of us need some trigger
Okay,
time.
okay.
So we need to like draw
let me-
straws or something. Who's going to go first?
Stick
Maybe
that one
Angie?
under there.
Oh, this has got the pellets in it. It's gonna
Oh,
mess.
okay.
Angie's coming up. I think you're going to have an Angie going here.
All right.
Is she gonna shoot it now?
She's going to shoot it.
Well, then we'll let her load it.
There you go.
We got the safeties on.
You're so mean.
I'm not. It's educational. It's educational, Angie.
Angie?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to give you my mic. Actually, yeah. Take Sue's mic.
And by the way, we're using the MTC Genesis scope. This is also a product of Airguns of Arizona.
Yep. 5 to 20 power by 50 millimeter. Does a great job. This is one of the original MTC product lines.
Yeah.
So there are many others, but this one gets down to 5 power, so it's usable for hunting.
Yeah. So you can get
You've
the
got
close
enough
shot.
field of view that you can use it for that.
Yeah, and it goes all the way up to 20 power. So 100 yards, you can
Right.
see those small targets fairly
You can.
clearly. Last night when we were shooting with another gun, we have a little fun competition. The other gun had a 12 power something. We just walked all over it because of the gun and the scope. But
Right.
you got to be
You couldn't see that 1-inch
reticle. I mean,
swinger down there.
Yeah,
It's a quadrant target, and you couldn't even see that. You were just centering up, I think,
yeah, on the edge of the.
on the quadrant portion of it.
That's right,
So.
and trying the best. So yeah, if you're going to have some long distance shooting, you definitely got to have the right scope in place for it. This scope works fantastic. You sell a lot of different MTC scopes.
Yes, we have Viper Pro Tactical, you know, just different reticles, and they actually go from 5 to 30 power.
You have
So.
to show me how to load it though.
Larry's going to do that for you.
All right.
And I do have it on safe, and I have it on safe. Okay, go ahead, kiddo.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull this lever here up, and what that does is allow you to rotate the magazine.
Okay.
And then we're going to flip up the magnetic loading gate. And now you just start loading the pellets right here. When you can't load anymore, then we're going to rotate the magazine.
I shouldn't have put lotion on.
And most people rotate it from the top down, but
So I had the gong, it was the full screen. And it would have this beautiful.
well, the
crisp
pellets
depth.
will be lubed, see?
Rotate it from the
And the best way to do it is to flip this down so you can get a good grip and rotate it until we get to where you have empty cylinders to load. But I've never been able to rotate it by just grabbing one side of it. That hand lotion's working real good, isn't it?
It is.
Well, the pellets will be lubed, so maybe it'd be more accurate, or less.
You guys should have some music playing in the background.
I could hum,
There you go.
but people would.
So that went back down. It should be
Okay,
up,
so
right?
pull up. The magazine will not rotate unless that lever is up.
Okay. This should be the last
Hopefully.
one. Okay. Put this back down. And that's it.
That's it.
It's 2 safeties. Which one do I unsafe first? Does it matter?
Well, first you need to select whether you're going to shoot semi-auto, which you might want to take a couple shots semi-auto, just make sure you're on the target, and then you can flip it over to full auto. And then last step normally is to flip the trigger safety.
All right.
Angie?
Yes, sir.
Where I'm sighted now, do you want to shoot the gong or do you want to shoot paper?
The gong.
shot the gun before. I'd have her shoot the gong.
Shoot the gong. Okay, so I had moved to the paper. So let me move here. Let me get on that gong.
Tell me when you're there. And I'll tell you if you're in focus.
Now Angie's never shot this gun before ever.
No.
Nope.
She'll see instantaneously when she pulls that trigger how different it feels than a
Yeah.
I'm
another air
imagining it
rifle.
has a beautiful trigger.
We didn't talk about the trigger. It is not a target trigger, but it is a very good, crisp trigger.
It is. I love it.
Okay. So a little grace on the first couple shots, guys. Are you ready?
Yep.
A long first stage.
Sweet. Okay, so I did that on purpose because I want to see it move.
Flip her to full auto, Angie. On the back, yep. And just look through
Just hold her down.
and just hold it down.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's the reaction I was talking about.
Super cool.
Every first-time shooter or experienced
Or
shooter,
experienced, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just a fun gun.
it is.
So do I get to shoot it again or do I have to move? Can I shoot it again?
You can absolutely.
That's up to
Angie,
Rick,
Go for it. We're here. We're here. All
I'm just
week.
going to stand back and let you do your thing. If you have a question or I see something going wrong, and we're on safe, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So Angie,
I
can
had
you
to
talk while you're
double
loading?
check that. Can I talk?
Yeah. Tell us what that was like.
Super awesome. I don't want to shoot paper. I don't like shooting paper. I like shooting gongs.
The gong's fun.
A
Actually,
reactive target.
I actually had somebody ask me if I could get my hands on one of these and let them know what I thought. So
It's a different feel, isn't it?
it is. I don't need to wear lotion though.
Need some help?
Yeah.
Tell me when to stop.
Oh, flip the lever.
Yeah, it won't rotate with that thing down.
Stop.
Now,
Yeah,
I
it's
got some
actually
lotion
easier to load it with the muzzle pointing way down because then you can use your thumb to push the wheel up.
I don't mind letting Larry do that for me.
Larry's very helpful.
Yeah, and like Travis just walks away, let her do it.
Hey, we all have to learn.
too. You did fine the first time.
That's good.
And when you first get this gun, it's going to be really tight rotating that magazine. But it will, over a short period, break into where it's easier to rotate. So
Okay, don't start shooting yet, Angie. We got to get the camera on the gong.
this is a fairly new gun. It's probably only had 3 tins of pellets shot through it, so
Still
under
not even
1,000
broken in.
rounds. So
Sweet. Well, I think it might get somewhat broken in today.
And I tell you, mine has had thousands and thousands of pellets through it, and it has never, ever given me 1 ounce of trouble. The only time it did, Larry, was when I did exactly what you said. I lowered the power wheel too low, and then the magazine went in cycle.
yep.
And then I had to crank it back up because it's the magazine is air actuated.
Do I have to wait for him to finish talking, or can I shoot?
You'll be there all day.
If you wait for Travis to finish talking about air guns, you may never shoot.
Yeah, might be here a while.
Hold a little left because it seems to want to swing from the right side back. So
I'm hitting the bottom because I want to make the thing swing.
when you get a chance, put it on full auto and see how short a burst you can shoot as well.
Okay.
You know, just a brief press of the trigger. So 2.
That's it. No?
Make sure.
It's moving now.
There you go.
All right.
That is super sweet.
Now you can load it again for Travis. Or Rick.
I would load
let's
it
see.
for
Let's
Rick.
see who else we got here that wants to shoot. Joe,
Hey,
you want to shoot this thing?
Larry, let's check the fill.
Yeah, we better
Joe
check the
doesn't
pressure.
like it, so Joe won't shoot it. I'll come shoot it.
Yeah, let's have.
Joe's coming.
Joe's coming.
I got
Let's
it.
top her up.
Ready to load.
Okay.
Go ahead and throw the lever down, and we'll
Yep.
top her up.
Here, let
Let's,
me come top it off, and I'll.
Hey,
we'll
by
wrap
the
Top
way,
it.
this
off
is
the
a
air.
good time to show how to top it off.
That was 4 magazines, so that's just about right in line with the 80 shots that
Yeah,
you
it'll
mentioned.
get roughly 80 shots at 920.
All right, so if we're gonna fill this up, what's the pressure on this, Larry?
250 bar.
250 bar. Okay.
And you never want to shoot it under 150 bar.
The forward gauge where Larry's looking is the fill pressure gauge. The gauge back by his left hand is the regulated
This is
set
the
pressure.
regulator. And right up here, where you connect your fill hose, is the reservoir pressure. And it's filling. I can feel the tank getting a little bit warmer.
Joe, can you do a mic check?
Can you hear me?
How's it looking?
Just about there. And I typically use the gauge on the tank rather than this one. This one's a reference, but
All right.
Cool.
Yep.
Those don't look like GSBs to me. Oh, okay.
are you allowed to touch these then?
Well, you know. Ow. No. It's already zeroed.
Joe,
Yeah.
are you gonna be shooting the gong, or are you gonna shoot paper?
What do you want me to shoot?
Whatever
gonna
you
need to
wanna
load
shoot,
it
dude,
first.
Man, this is your time behind the trigger.
Is it loaded?
Yep. So we're going to flip the release lever up,
Right.
and that allows the magazine to turn.
Okay.
And then we flip up the magnetic loading gate.
All right.
And I'll say this too, it's when you're loading this gun,
Right.
if the butt end is pointed down,
Okay.
it'll have a tendency to let the pellets roll out of the magazine.
Right.
So once you put your 4 or 5 in there, push the cover down
Push the cover down.
and then rotate it.
Okay, which way?
Nope, the other way. Easier this way, at least for me.
Right.
And then flip the cover up.
Okay.
Perfect, Joe.
Not bad.
And typically, you know, when I'm not on the bench, I'll just put it muzzle down and load it. That
Right.
way I don't have to go through that extra step.
How many rounds does this take in the mag? I didn't hear you.
19.
19. Okay.
And I can do that in about 2 seconds. I've done it so many times.
2 seconds?
Yeah, I can put
I
that.
want you to demo that for me.
Yeah, I'd like
yeah,
to see that
yeah, I
one.
can do it. But I can only do it in the dark.
Name that tune, load this mag. That'll just age everyone right there. Sorry, I had to load it because I can't do it in 2 seconds like someone else.
Well, you know, not everyone has my skill level, Joe.
I tried to get Angie to load it for you,
Did you
but
decide, Joe? Did you decide when if you're gonna shoot the gong or paper?
I can shoot paper.
You're gonna shoot paper. All right. So I'm gonna zoom in on the upper target.
Right.
So you got 4 bulls there.
You don't want him to shoot the gong and fill the full auto?
He is a precision shooter, Travis.
No, I'm not.
He is not.
He wants to
he
do
is-
the
he
full
does
auto,
not-
don't you, Joe?
Look, Joe doesn't shoot for fun. Joe shoots for like purpose.
To live.
Joe.
Joe shoots to live.
Make it
shoots
look
to
like a
eat.
prairie dog, it'll die, okay?
How's that looking? Clarity's looking pretty
So
good.
this is 0 to 50?
Yeah. I mean, I zeroed
52 and a half, I think.
2.5?
But Travis did it.
Oh. So which
if
target?
you need to raise
Any
the
of the-
butt,
Please.
you can just crank it right
Any
there.
of the
That's
4
down.
on the right.
There we go.
That's up.
Or scoot,
on.
or scoot the gun forward in the.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's better.
There
All
we
right,
go.
so top target, right corner, top
Yep.
right.
Need to select your
Oh, oops, I'll put this down right, up right.
Put in semi-auto, Joe.
semi-auto or full auto.
Okay,
So
what about this?
semi-auto.
Down.
Oh, that
Down.
needs to go down.
And semi.
Up,
Okay.
right there. And then there's
And
the
then
safety
you have
on
the safety
front.
up here.
Jeez Louise.
So you have to work to hurt yourself on this thing.
Okay.
It is safe.
Okay. God, I really. All right, I'm gonna let her rip.
What do you think of the trigger?
This is nice. It is nice.
Yeah,
It's very predictable.
it is.
Yeah, it is. Wow. Not bad. And let me see. Full auto.
Full autos all the way forward.
That's one dead prairie dog.
Yeah.
This will be a double dead one.
Well, now it's the dead metal. All right, Angie, just for you.
Hold on.
Sorry.
You gotta let me get over to the gong.
I shoot for purpose, remember?
Yeah. Get with
Prairie
it,
dog
you
was
flirt.
going back in the hole.
Yeah, it was.
Go
Good
ahead.
now? All right. Oh, wow.
We're out.
Wow. This is nice. Yeah,
Different experience.
Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, it's real nice. Bye, guys.
Trip him. I think that'd shoot a lot of prairie dogs.
It would kill a lot of prairie dogs, actually.
And none of that cycling the bolt.
Yeah, I got to get
So-
that. Yeah, that.
Yeah, when you get into a big town of prairie dogs, you know, they hear that first pop, you might get a couple more before they get to the hole.
Yeah, but Terry wants this in a 45.
Well, they do make it in a 30. So we're getting there.
I can't wait to get my hands on that 30.
So on a 30, how many rounds does the magazine hold?
I think it's 17.
17. Okay.
Yeah, you lose a little bit because of the size of the pellet.
Okay. So how does it do with slugs?
I've never shot slugs on it, but there are people, if you go to the Gateway to Airguns website, that have, and they know what slugs shoot well out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joe,
And speeds.
we got a question for you.
Yes.
Haji's asking.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know. I know.
My boy
Haji's
Hodge.
asking. Well, we can't ask that question, Hodge. It's not appropriate. No, seriously. He was saying, describe the difference of the trigger between like how it felt in full auto and semi. Can you do that?
Semi definitely has a wall to it. And the first stage is there and it stops. It does stop, and just give it a little more squeeze and it releases really nice. It breaks really clean. Full auto, it's actually feels, to me it felt a little softer. It was a lot easier to.
And there's no first stage in the full
Yeah,
auto.
it just went straight into it. So
Yeah.
It's a different feel altogether.
All right. So my turn.
Not bad.
Get everything on safe.
All right.
And the first lovely task is loading it.
Yay! Let's see if I can do this. Everything's on safe.
Yep.
I'm going to shoot the gong. So this goes
Flip
up.
it up.
It's a little stiff.
90 degrees straight out.
Okay.
And then the loading gate
Okay, we'll
flips
just-
up a little bit to get out of your way.
And Rick is a self-professed not lover of bullpups.
Yes, that is very true. Travis is saying I don't like bullpups. I agree. That is generally the scoop. You know why I don't like them, Travis?
Because I like them.
No, that's not necessarily true.
I bet it's part of it.
No, it really isn't. It is the center of gravity for me seems always off because it seems a little high because the scope's so high.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, this has got, I don't know, it's got the bottle here. You know the gun that was sort of a bullpup but not really a bullpup, which you guys also sell, is that the sniper, the Brocock sniper?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a half bullpup almost. It's not back real far.
It's a semi-bullpup.
And that one I liked quite a bit because the balance seemed better. And I'm wondering if this is going to give that same feel. So loading is not that bad.
Yeah, if you use your thumb and roll it up, it's pretty easy.
If you use JSBs, it'd even be even better. I'm just saying.
You know how
Well,
hard those
who,
are to get?
who makes these pellets?
Yeah, but it didn't have JSB on it. so-
No, that's true. All right.
Levers down.
Let's see here. We're going to tighten this up. I'm going to go semi-auto, fire. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hold it.
Want me to take that out of the way?
Yes, I did. Grab that.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
Yeah, see, that looks natural.
Okay. Now I'll take that back. I'll do.
Try it.
I want to do the.
Try it full auto.
Yeah.
Be a good demo so people can see that you can do it without a rest.
All right. I need to rest. That's very nice.
There you go.
I think I'd like to at some point this week put that on paper, but I'm not going to try and do it now. But that is pretty slick. So, what else do we need to talk about on this gun, Larry? Is there anything else we need to go over? Did we talk about price?
So the price is $2,089.
Okay.
And right now we're taking reservations.
Okay.
$500, which is fully refundable if for some reason you can't buy it. You know, when it actually comes time and comes in. I think the wait time is less than 2 months.
That's what I was going
On
to
this.
ask. Yeah.
So we get them on a regular basis. Shipping, as with most things coming from overseas, is the issue on these right now. And so they're making them as fast as they can and getting them shipped to us when they can get the opportunity and a shipping company to ship them.
Well, I'm impressed. Now we shot what, 2 full mags out of that just since we topped it off,
Yeah.
Yes.
and we're sitting right at 200, well, 190 bar. So you're going to get another.
Yeah, let me
probably
jump
another
in
2
there
mags.
and shoot some paper with it myself.
You want to shoot some paper?
Yeah,
All
let me
so
get
I'll
in
come
there.
over and reset it.
I'm pretty familiar with the gun, so.
All right, we're going to be running for about maybe 5 more minutes, and then we're
Okay.
going to need to reset. So we'll let you guys see Travis shoot some paper, and we'll go from there, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this segment, and if you want to see more about this gun, go to www.airgunsofarizona.com. That's where you're going to go register and pre-order it and put your deposit down.
Right, you can do that online or you can call in. And one thing I would suggest is if you call in, leave your name and phone number and they will call you back, because the sales staff there, it's, you know, the first call in is the first one answered.
Yeah,
And they will call you back before the end of the day.
It's busy. So if you
Yes.
if you have to leave a message, and I've experienced this myself, leave a message, they will get back to you. I think that is, a lot of places are just swamped.
Yes,
So give
we
'em a-
are just swamped. I
give
can
'em-
tell you that.
Give them a little grace, and they will take care of you. All right, so Travis, I'm gonna get out of the way and give it back to you, my friend.
Thank you, my friend. We're safe and safe. Okay. We'll make
You're going to shoot, so you have to load it.
Angie.
Larry, while he's loading that up, where are these guns made?
I was afraid you were going to ask that.
Travis, do you know?
I don't know.
Okay, we had a question, and I don't know either, so maybe they can, if they,
Maybe someone out there knows.
yeah, can go online to
I think
Airguns of
it's...
Arizona.
It feels very Slovakian to me.
No.
No?
I was looking to see. So the parts are made overseas, but it's assembled here in the U.S.
That's for sure. I know that.
So right here on the side it says made in USA from domestic and imported parts. But most of those parts are imported. And the guys that actually build these in the U.S., great guys, a real focus on quality.
Yeah.
And
Super
that's why
quality.
these things work so well
Yeah.
and why they're in such high demand.
And this is a fresh one. It's probably still needs to be seasoned in.
Yeah.
And the barrel cleaned
Yep.
probably because it's never been done. But it's still shooting really good even though it's not even seasoned in at all. Mine shoots fantastic. And it took me probably 3 tens, maybe a little bit more to get it really seasoned in. All
This
right.
one's had at least
Before-
that much through it.
Before you
but-
shoot, I want to switch over to just the full screen on the target, and let me know if I'm in focus, Sue.
All right, we're gonna go semi,
Is that good?
fire,
Okay, I think what we're going to do, I've got the upper target in focus.
upper left.
Well, the upper right, those 4 targets is what I've got on the screen now.
The one that Joe already
Yeah,
shot.
that paper. So if you stick to that paper, we'll be fine. What I'm going to do is oh, that's perfect. Sue's got you picture in picture. Go for it. That's beautiful.
I just went through the same hole. That went through the same hole.
You know they're going to be able to play
Oh.
this back and check what you're saying. Yeah, it will shoot hole in a hole at 50.
Yeah,
I think we got a little breeze down there.
yeah, it's kicking over my right shoulder and down, so I'm trying to hold
Mm-hmm.
up now for it. That's why it's hard to shoot live in a windy, windy conditions. But you just do your best, right?
Yep.
They can see your sighters when you're live. In bench rest, if we get a calm period, we're shooting like crazy.
Yeah.
So, or a consistent wind and it's not gusty.
Correct.
All right, guys.
So that semi-auto works great.
It sure does.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be a wrap. Travis, why don't you take us out?
All right, so we're here with Larry from Airguns of Arizona. We have the SK19 here, made by LCS. It's a fantastic bullpup design with a lot of fantastic features. It's regulated, semi and automatic, and it's just a fun gun to shoot.
And it packs a punch.
And that's right. We didn't really ever go over the power, but it produces 80 plus foot-pounds in 25 cal. It can get it done.
Yeah. And the 30's closer to 100 foot-pounds.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one.
They're starting to come in, but not fast enough, obviously.
Okay. Well, we'll get.
Be patient.
Yeah, got to just be patient.
Between the manufacturer and shipping and assembly, and as soon as they hit our dock, they go out.
All right, guys. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. We got our next episode coming up, which is going to be for Umarex. We've got something special to show you. All week. We will be here all week.
Yeah.
All week. Larry will be here
whole
all week
week.
with tons of cool stuff all week, guys. Join us live.
This isn't the only thing Larry brought.
No, we've got.
Oh no, I've got a
band.
band full.
Yeah, we're gonna
So-
have fun.
So, guys, We'll be back in about half an hour, reset with a brand new product to show you. My name is Rick Utzer here with Airgun Web.
Travis Whitney, Gateway to Airguns.
Larry Piercy, Airguns of Arizona.
Thanks, you guys.